Hello friends, this is Sabi Akther here and this is my first video on strategic business leader. I have created videos for advanced financial management AFM. Now I have finished AFM. Now I'm going to start this paper, strategic business leader. So today I'm going to explain the course details. What are the technical knowledge which is required for this exam? I'm just going to go briefly through the topics and then we are going to cover the exam process, how the exam is and all the details. So let's start with this framework has been provided by ACCA. You can get it on your page, on your ACCA page. When you log in to my ACCA under SBL, you'll be getting this. So this SBL is divided into 8 sections from section A to H. A talks about leadership, B is governance, C strategy, D risk, E technology and data analytics, F is organizational control and audit, G is about the financial aspect, H is about innovation, the performance excellence and the change management. So we need all this in our business, right? So we are going to go through all these 8 sections. With addition to this, we also have the 5 professional skills. They are given by the red in the red rectangle. You can see the 5 are communication, commercial acumen, analysis, skepticism, and evaluation. So we are going to discuss all those 5 in detail in my next video. In this video, I'm not going to talk about the professional skills, so please check on the last video. Check my video till the last to get the link to the next video where I'll be discussing on the 5 professional skills, what are they and how you're going to apply this in your exam, right? So let's start with the theory part, the technical knowledge. So this paper is based on the 8 sections. Section A, which talks about leadership. Under this, we are going to study what are the qualities of a leader. Great leadership. We are going to do leadership and organizational culture, because it's very important that for a business to be success, the leadership has to be strong. There has to be a strong organizational culture, right? And the third we are going to study is professionalism, ethical codes and public interest, because as an ACCA member, professionalism, the ethical codes, is very important, right? Next, section B, governance. Without a strong governance, a business will fail, right? So under this, we are going to cover the 6. First is agency, the principal agency relationship, the issues with that, the problems and how to solve it. Second, the stakeholder analysis and social responsibility, right? Stakeholder analysis, we have to analyze who are our stakeholders in our business. There could be so many stakeholders, your internal stakeholders like employees and management, your external stakeholders, customers, suppliers, your lender, the banks, and etc. And the social responsibility, where we will be talking about the CSR, right? Corporate social responsibility and all those stuff. Third, governance, scope and approaches. What are the governance scope and how governance is approached in an organization? Number 4, reporting to stakeholders. We have various ways to report to stakeholders. How are we going to do that? Because it's very important that whatever happens in your organization, a business, your stakeholder has to be updated. Because Again, let me remind you, this paper is strategic business leader. It's all about business. It's all about being an efficient leader. And also you have to be strategic. That means you are taking a long-term view, right? So the fifth is board of directors. Yes, you have to know how the board of directors functions, because they are the agent for the shareholders. They work as an agent. They are the one who is running the company, right? Six, public sector governance. Governance can be in the private sector as well as in the public sector. You have to know all forms of sector. The private sector, the public sector, the charities, the NGOs, how they operate, how the governance differ between this type of sector, you have to know it. Next, let's go to the next section, which is section C, which is about strategy. Yes, you have to know what strategy to apply in a business. You have to know the concepts of strategy. Second, environmental issues. Environmental issues, we are going to talk about the PESTEL, the political, economic, social, technological, ecological, and legal factors. Number 3, the competitive forces. Yes, the Porter's 5 forces talks about that competitive forces. You see, we are going to study the different models under each of this. Most of the models are under strategy. Number 4, it talks about internal resources, capabilities, and competences. Yes, just your environment is good, just that suppose that your competitive forces is in favor of you, doesn't mean that you're going to succeed in a business if you don't have a good resource, if you're not competent enough. Okay, so therefore you have to have the internal resources, the capabilities, and the competences. Next, the strategic choices, right? Are you going to diversify? Are you going for the low cost? These are the strategic choices. Let's go to section D, which talks about risk. Very, very important. Again, from the exams perspective, risk is very, very important. You can be 100% sure that you will get a question on risk. You will get a question on risk. Risk, number 1, you have to identify the risk. You have to assess the risk. You have to measure the risk. Second, how are you going to manage? How are you going to monitor? And how are you going to mitigate the risk? What are the actions taken to reduce the risk? Let's go with section E. It talks about technology and data analytics. Now, I can guarantee you that if you study all the chapters in this book, by the way, I am following BBB textbook. You can follow Kaplan, any other books, doesn't matter. What matters is you have to be solid in your theory and you have to be able to apply in your exam. That's it. Books, any book you can refer, it doesn't matter. So I can guarantee you that if you skip this technology and data analytics, you are going to fail, that's for sure. Because this is the, 101% important, because now you know how the businesses are changing because of this technologies. Technologies is impacting the business on a much, much larger scale than you can even imagine. There are so many companies which are completely wiped out because of changes in technology, because of disruptive technologies. You must have heard about the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, the fintech, right? We are going to study all this in detail. So first is about cloud and mobile technology. Yes. Now everything, all your data which is stored by the cloud. It is stored in a cloud network. There are so many cloud providers who do the service. They have a storage, right? So next, big data and data analytics. Yes, big data, very important term in today's generation, today's world. Big data. the data which you get from all the kind of sources, from your Facebook, from your Instagram, from the YouTube. Data could be of any type. It could be in a form of a video, it could be in a form of a chart, it could be in form of a verbal communication, it could be written communication, it could be charts, it could be just your status which you update. So information can be from any type, in any variety, right? The three big V's: velocity, volume, and variety, and the data analytics. Because today we are in an age of information. Today is the world of information. The one who has the highest amount of information, relevant information, is at a competitive advantage. He or she is a winner. You are a winner if you have the relevant information at the right time ahead of your competitor. To have that, you have to utilize, you have to take the advantage of big data and data analytics. You should know how to analyze the data which is given to you, because data alone is not enough. You have to sort it out, right? Third, e-business, the value chain. Yes, 70 to 80% of the business today is conducted by e-business in an e-platform. And I'm sure this percentage is going to increase further because of the impact of COVID-19 which is happening currently, right? Fourth, the IT system security and control. Yes, because everything is an IT platform now, it's also important to take care of its security and how to control it. Section F talks about the organizational control and audit. So first, how you're going to manage your internal control system. Second, talks about audit and compliance. Third, the internal control and management reporting. Section G. Section G is about finance. This part of the question, this part of the section, you can expect a numerics. You can expect numbers. You can expect calculations. The calculation will not be so much in detail, right? But you should know. It could be, the calculation could be from anywhere. It could be from your F9 papers, it could be from your F8 papers, it could be from your F5 papers, performance management, right? So first we are going to discuss about the finance function, then we are going to do financial analysis and the decision-making techniques. You have to know how to calculate the ratios, right? Most of the calculation which we did in F7, F5, F9 is going to be helpful for you in this, even F3, right? For your financial reporting, for your management accounting, for your performance management is going to be related. You can relate this here. So if you are very good in F5, if you are very good in F7, if you are very good in F9, or if you are very good in management accounting, then this is your part. You can take an advantage of this, because most of the questions, the calculation part is not very tough, right? And third is cost and management accounting. Yes. So if you have forgotten what is management accounting, all those ABC costing, process costing, if you have forgotten, just go and revise it a little. It will help you, right? Because in this SBL, it's not given in, right? It's not given in detail. Section H, the last section of the syllabus, it is innovation, because innovation is a must. You have to innovate. The faster you innovate in a marketplace, I'm telling you, the faster you innovate in a marketplace, the better you are. Your position is secured. You are in a better position compared to your rivals. Okay, performance excellence and the change management. Yes. So here we are going to talk. This is the largest of all the sections. So first is about organizing. Second, disruptive technology. We are going to talk about all this fintech, the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies, and all those. Talent management. Talent is must. Nowadays, it's a knowledge based. We have to manage that knowledge. We have to manage their talent. Fourth, performance excellence. In fact, here we have a model also under performance excellence. Fifth, strategic change. You have to manage a strategic change. Most of the time in a company, in an organization, in a business, you have to change the strategy. You cannot follow the strategy, the same old strategy, which you have created maybe 1 year back, maybe 6 months back, maybe 5 years back. Why? Because the environment is changing very rapidly. With the technology, the change is more rapid. It's very rapid. Every moment you need to keep updating your strategy. You cannot follow the same strategy. Right? And when you change a strategy is at a big level, right? It's for the long-term future. You have to be very careful about this. It's not that, the change cannot happen in 1 minute. There will be so many stakeholders will be affected. You have to take care of that. You have to take care of employees. You have to take care of your shareholders. You have to take care of all your suppliers, right? Who's going to get affected by that? Because whenever a change happens, people will get affected. So you have to manage that. Managing innovation, yes, and change management. And last, leading and managing projects. Again, a very, very important thing. You have to know how to manage a project. You have to know how to lead a project. There are so many steps. It's known as project management. So, under this, that's it. For today, we are going to explain all this. Till then, check my next video where I will be talking about the professional skills, the 5 professional skills which is worth 20 marks. And meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and do share this with your friends who is going to plan to give SBL, who needs help for SBL. And you can connect me on my social media, on my Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn, Sabi Akther. Thank you and take care.